said, baby, you're my gold. I said, baby, I'm your banker. She said, baby, you're my chains. I said, no, babe, I'm your anchor. I said, baby, you're my wings. She said, no, honey, you're a fish. I said, baby, you're my dream. She said, no, I'm just your wish. She said, baby, you're my river. I said, no, baby, I'm your drain. She said, baby, you're my color. I said, no, honey, I'm your stain. I said, baby, you're my diamond. She said, no, I'm just a pig. She said, baby, you must be magic. She said, no, honey, look at me, I'm just a trick. She said, baby, you can see me. I said, baby, I just sense. She said, baby, you're my castle. I said, no, honey, I'm just a fence. I said, baby, you're my lover. She said, no, I'm just a maid. I said, baby, I love you. She said, no, you're just afraid. I said, no, baby. I said, no, baby.